I think if you're at a demo on a Tuesday night to learn about water, you definitely prioritize your health. So my name is Whitney Solomoff, and this is not what I do, you guys. I fell into this on a total accident, on a total fluke, but I'm a firm believer is that people come into your life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. Would you guys agree with that? Yes. Mm-hmm. These fractal connections in life, people that you meet, whether it's a good or bad experience, what are you learning from that situation? What are you gaining from that situation? And this picture right here, you see this beautiful woman standing here. This is my best friend, Vanessa Morlett. And Vanessa is the person who introduced me to this water. And like I said, she was telling me about water. I was in my late 20s. I was like, water? Like, what are you talking about? You know, I was drinking something clear, but it definitely wasn't water at that time in my life. And we met because we were business owners. I had a boutique right around the corner from here. I opened in 2014. She had an aesthetic salon right up the street. And she was telling me about how this water had helped her in her journey. You guys see her in the wheelchair right there, right? She was 28 years old when she was diagnosed with a very rare form of stage 4 pancreatic cancer. Now, do we all know somebody who's been affected by cancer with a show of hands? Raise your hand, right? Mostly everybody in this room, we all know somebody that has been affected by cancer. You know, pancreatic cancer is a very deadly cancer. And doctors told her, and she was a single mom at the time. As you can see, she has bottled water right there in her wheelchair. She was a single mom, and doctor said, you have 3 months to live. You're terminal. And she looked at him and she said, you're terminal. And she continued to fight through our medical system to find solutions that would help her. And she decided to go, well, she went a little combination because that's when Kangen water was introduced to her. She started drinking this water in a hospital when she got diagnosed, and they said, give this, and she was working for a Japanese company at the time, which is crazy. This technology comes from Japan. So they know what they're doing out there in Japan. And her Japanese peers said, drink a gallon of this water every single day. So she started to drink a gallon of the 1.5 water every day. She started to, she stopped eating red meat. She started to juice. And she was a firm believer in your thoughts and how your thoughts can manifest in your body. So she's a big firm believer in positive thinking. And she ended up finding an oncologist that said, she was searching because most of the doctors that she was seeing were saying there's nothing that we can do for you. You know, you have 3 months to live. And she said, I'll be damned if I have 3 months to live. I need to be here for my son. He was 5 years old at the time. So she ended up implementing these holistic modalities along with the water. And she found an oncologist that said, what are you doing? And she's like, well, I switched my water. I started making these changes in my diet. He said, your tumors are now shrinking and you can have a life-saving performance surgery. She ended up having a life-saving surgery where it was over a 20-hour surgery where they removed over 20 tumors from her body. The only way that she was even able to have that surgery was because the tumors started shrinking from the modalities that she was implementing. And I didn't understand this in my late 20s when I first met her, but over the years I got to know her, I got to know her story, and this is what I want to say, you guys. This water isn't a miracle. You know, this water isn't a cure-all. What this water is going to do is put your body back into a state so that your body can do what it's meant to do. Our bodies are amazing, amazing machines. Unfortunately, Vanessa passed away this last December when her wounds opened up from her surgery 9 years ago. She went septic, and during that time she was in the hospital and her cancer came back and completely consumed her. That was an extra 9 years that was added onto her life, to which that she could watch her son go from 5 years old to 14 years old. And like I said, in this case, in this situation, Vanessa was introduced to me for a reason, for a season, and also a lifetime. Because if she hadn't walked into my boutique doors and showed me and educated me on what you guys are about to learn tonight, you may not be in this room right now because I wouldn't have known about this. And these fractal connections of people that will come into your life. And even though she was in my life for only a season, I learned so much about her. And I'm taking this and I get to help her son create a trust through the referral program that we're going to be talking about. Because you guys can get this machine for free. And it's a beautiful, beautiful company to which you can will this down to your children. See some young children here in the audience today. You know, who has kids? Raise your hand that are here. You want to be thinking about not only your future, but the future of the legacy that you're going to be leaving behind. So this was my life before the water, Mink's Boutique. As you can see here, that sign, just to give you guys a perspective of business, of brick and mortar business, an actual physical store, that sign cost me $3,000 alone, you guys. And the birds pooped on it, okay? So that's just to give you an idea of what it's like to actually be an entrepreneur. Most businesses fail within the first year, and very little of them actually profit. And what's so interesting is that the year that I would have profited would have been year 5. And you guys want to know what happened on year 5? The whole world shut down. Nobody's shopping for leopard and snake prints and hoops, okay? During the global pandemic, everybody's wearing pajamas, okay? So here I was, this was my business partner, Ceci, and 2.5 years in, she decided she didn't want to do it anymore, and I don't blame her. We're still amazing friends. Because that's what it's like going into business. It's like jumping off a cliff and building your parachute on the way down. You're going down. You're either gonna splat or you're either gonna soar. And I decided, you know what? I'm in this for the long haul, and I'm gonna soar. So I changed my business model. I moved the location because it was already really hard doing the business as it was with the two of us. I went into, you see that sign in the middle? Does that look familiar? Right? That thing was $3 grand. I wasn't gonna get rid of this thing. I was like, I'm gonna find something to do with this, right? So I found a new location, and what I would do, I changed my business model up, right? Because that's what real entrepreneurs do. And when something's not working, they bob, they weave, they pivot, they don't give up and fail. It's in your blood now, you guys. I haven't had a paycheck from somebody since 2014. Y'all know I'm never going back to work for corporate America, or anybody else for that matter, because I made a bet on myself and it paid off. So what I would do is it was so much work. I would go to people's homes, you guys. I would go to hair salons. Here, look at this. You guys imagine the amount of work that it took to pack up this whole entire middle section and then go set it up. And then it had to look really cute in the process of doing it. And then that was like the worst part. I had to break it down. I had to pack it up. I had to do the razzle dazzle. I had to sell. I had to put it back in the truck. I had to come back to the store. I had to take customers in my store. Oh my gosh, you guys are tired just listening to me, aren't you? I was exhausted, right? Look, I had to look cute. I'm smiling on the outside, you guys, but I was crying on the inside. This is me at the blowdown on Main Street, and I would stand and I was hustling, right? And I was able to keep up with the same numbers that I was previously doing in my traditional storefront like this. I had clients, I had people coming shopping with me, but it came at a cost, you guys. It came at a cost at my physical, mental, and my financial health. Have you guys ever felt like you're on a wheel that you can't get off? Right? That you are on you're on this rat race, and you're just like, I know this isn't me forever, but I don't know how to get off of this wheel, right? Because if you're going to get off the wheel, you're just going to smack down and die, and that's what I felt. I felt like there had to be more for me than being in the retail and fashion industry. So when I got the machine, I didn't know how much it was. I went to go buy the machine. I thought it was $3,000. I went to go buy the machine. I thought it was, and they told me it was $5,000. And you know what I said? I was like, oh, what? I never saw a demo. I never tried the water. I didn't even know how much it was. You know what I had? I had trust, and I had faith in the person that was introducing me to it, because I knew the water worked. I knew the water worked. The business, I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. I was a real entrepreneur with a real business and wasn't going to do anything little lame and gimmicky and, something like that, right? I know that stigma that you guys have in your head. This is a pyramid scheme. This is the last business that you get into before you, want to jump off a cliff, right? But no, my blinders in life were like this. And once I realized the power of passive and leverage income, my whole entire world opened up. And I ended up trading fashion and retail for a life of purpose and service, which you guys are going to learn about here. And I lost 10 pounds the first time I got the machine, right? Let's give a round of applause for that 10 pounds. And I don't know everybody in this room, but if you guys have been drinking the water and you guys have had something positive happen to your health or somebody that you know, can you guys raise your hand up really high for me? You guys, for the new people, I want you guys to look around the room and know that, I'm cool, but I'm not this cool to know all these people, okay? And that's what's so amazing about being in this room. There's nothing like being in this room, being shoulder to shoulder, belly to belly. We've been behind our screens for 2.5 years now. Here we are belly to belly and learning from people that have had their own experiences with this water. So where does it all come from? from, you guys. I had no idea that there was such thing as miracle water, quote unquote miracle water. That there are several places around the world where people would flock to Tecolote, Mexico, Lourdes, France, Nordo, Germany, Hunza Valley, Pakistan, Delhi, India, the Himalayas in China. I didn't know that there were thousands of people that flocked to these places. This is Lourdes, France right here. You guys can Google it. Of these people that doned miracles from drinking and bathing in this special water that was produced in these special places around the world. Not just any fresh aquifer or any fresh spring. I went on a retreat with some of my water ladies here, and we tested some of the freshest, purest spring water in Costa Rica. It was still oxidizing, it was neutral, it was incredible water. We brought this, we put the water through this machine, and that was some of the most healthiest, purest, cleanest water that you can have. But there's a difference between filtration versus activation, you guys. This is not a filter. This is a medical grade machine that you're gonna have in your home for 35 plus years that's gonna alter the way you do things. It's gonna change the way that you look at water and other cleaning supplies that you have throughout your household. So what was so special about this water? Scientists in the 1950s discovered that all of these locations had one thing in common, an abundance of active hydrogen, you guys, which today is known as alkaline water. And now I know if we all go into the store, we go into Trader Joe's or Mother's, right? Even Costco has their own pH water. But was that the case 10 or 15 years ago?
No.
If I said alkaline and acid 10 or 15 years ago, what would you guys think of? Batteries. There we go. This is a mega trend, you guys. A shift in the way the world does things. And you guys are in this room tonight, are at the precipice. We are at the brink of the entire world replacing billion-dollar bottled water companies and owning their own water factories.
Replace that!
Replacing. Right? That's our market. So what you guys want to do, you guys do not want to Google Kangen water. I'm going to tell you, you're going to see horrible things if you Google Kangen water, right? Why? Because the internet's a crapshoot. And there's a lot of marketing and deceptive practices that go onto the internet. There's actually companies that literally, their whole marketing is to compare themselves to us and tear us down at the same time. I don't know about you guys, but a Chrysler Creed 300 could try to look like a Phantom Rolls Royce, but it ain't gonna be. Lift up the hood, it ain't the same. So just beware, and when you're looking online, and I want to educate you guys. You guys are here to learn, right? So you guys want to look up molecular hydrogen. You guys can go on PubMed, and you guys can learn, look at the thousands of articles that are researched. I love when people say, well, where's the research on this? Where's the research on this Kangen water that I looked on YouTube, and Sally Sue from Tennessee says it's a scam. Sally Sue's never even tried the water. Sally Sue, he's never been in your seat where you guys are now learning about water on a Tuesday night. Like I said, that's when you know you're getting old, right? You guys want to look up molecular hydrogen. There's thousands of studies. And what is this company? I never heard of this company. Enagic, energy and magic mixed together, right? You guys, this is a 50-year-old company from Japan, okay? They're in Japan, we're in the United States. We don't go to Japan and be like, hey, where's the Costco? You guys got a Trader Joe's over here? Okay, it's different. It's not the same, you guys, but this is a billion-dollar company, and this is actually pictures of the machine and the processes that go through the machine. We own our own manufacturing company that's in Japan. There's a serial number that's tied to this machine that goes back to the one person that assembled your machine. That's the integrity of this product. We're not outsourcing from China and Korea and the Philippines and getting a machine and putting it together and saying it's just like ours. This is medical equipment, you guys. I want you to understand that. Recognized globally. It goes through a 32-point inspection before it's released and sent out. And you guys, this is, we have over 40 locations in 23 different countries around the world. This isn't a small company. And like you guys said, like you guys are gonna drink water forever, right? And everywhere you go throughout the world, people drink water, right? I met my friend Graciela. I went on a retreat to Costa Rica, and I took my water machine, and I was like, they gotta drink water in Costa Rica, right? Ended up bunking with her and sharing this water on this beautiful women's retreat. She ended up getting a machine, and not only changed her life, but she's now a top rank in the company, and she's then in turn changing thousands of lives thereafter. So what is the choice of what one decision of what one person can make for you? You know, those fractal connections. I don't know what's going on with this thing. What is this tech over here? Ah!
It's a little loud.
So, you guys, this is a certified medical device in Japan and used in over 250 Japanese hospitals, you guys. And there are a ton of awards that are here. The DSA, Direct Selling Association, the water quality, it tested and certified. But the main ones I want you to point out for you guys are the ISO. So the ISO are the ISO 9001, 14001, and 13485, okay? They're all amazing, you guys. ISO is an international organization for standardization. It's an independent, non-governmental international organization that develops standards to ensure the quality, safety, and efficiency of products, services, and systems. So it's a quality management, and planes have ISO, Rolls-Royce have ISO, Rolexes have ISO, and that ISO, the ISO 13485, it is certified and used as a medical device globally. So when I go through the airport and I'm taking this machine through the airport, they look at that ISO and you can actually travel. I just went to Vegas. I took a gallon of water with me on the plane because it's medical equipment, you guys, and you can travel with it internationally. So this is the gold standard. We're going to be talking about the K8 today because raise your hand in the room if you have a K8, right? Yeah, K8 is the way to go. This is the most current model. It came out, I want to say, like about a decade or so ago. And this is the SD501 is the flagship model. As you can see, it has a different color. The one on the side is platinum. This one's really just the same as the SD501, but it is platinum because, well, another megatrend, right? Chrome, right? You go into people's homes and they got their fridge chrome, right? They got their kids chrome, their cat chrome. Everything's chrome in their house, right? And so that's what they came out with the chrome model. But the main difference is, number one is the touch screen and the fact that the K8 has an interchangeable voltage to which you can travel internationally, plug in anywhere around the world. And most importantly, it has the biggest engine, okay? So the amount of antioxidants are based on the amount of plates in the machine. So the more plates, the stronger the antioxidants. This has 8 platinum and titanium coated plates that the water goes through filtrations, goes through the filter here, goes through the ionization process here. This water, the machine shocks the water, splits it, and puts it to low and high pHs. That creates 7 types of water that you can use throughout your entire household, not just for drinking, and we're going to be talking about that too. So you have the Kangen water, you have the drinking water, the 8.5, the 9, and the 9.5. Those are all the drinking waters. I like to get people hopped up on who's drinking the 9.5 in here, right? I can tell y'all shining, y'all gleaming over here, right? And that is the drinking water, and that's the one that we're drinking every single day. And if you start, I like to get people started on the 9.5. Sometimes it's a little too strong for people. They might get a detox in the form of a stomachache, a head rush. If that happens to you, that means that you need the water the most, you guys. That means that your body's reacting, that you're acidic, and you're either getting too much oxygen to your brain, and it's hydrating your brain, giving you what you think is a headache, or you're detoxing, like I lost 10 pounds, okay? But I was detoxing, I was flushing out all of the crap that's stuck in our bodies, right? That we need to move on through, that stuff needs to get through. And then you have the clean water, which is amazing for infants and also time-release medication. The reason why you want to be taking the 7pH with time-release medication is if the water will immediately emulsify, and anything that you drink it with, it will be enhanced. So if you're to drink the 9.5 with if you're to drink the 9.5 with time release, it's okay. Nothing bad's gonna happen, but it's not gonna make your medicine time release. It's gonna make it instantaneous like that. It's gonna disperse all throughout your body. So you want to drink with time release medication the 7pH. It's neutral. It's just neutral, clean water. That's what the purest water in Costa Rica was testing. Neutral, but it was still oxidizing, which I'm going to show you here in a second. And then you got the beauty water, right? Ooh, I love the beauty water. Ladies and men, don't you love the beauty water? Right? It used to be really ugly before I started spraying this onto my face. It's amazing what water can do. This acts as a facial toner. This is amazing as for facial toner, and your plants love it as well. So you can replace your makeup setting spray and really just use this. This is a toner for your skin. It's the same pH. Hair great, I spit, right? Oh, Windex, you can use it as Windex as well. And then you have the Strong Kangen Water, which is one of my favorites. It's the 11.5 water that removes pesticides off of your vegetables. I'm gonna show that to you guys too. You guys are gonna freak out. And it's amazing to clean your house with it. You can like mop your whole floors with it. I've gotten like blood, dirt, it like out of clothes. It's pretty crazy. It's really, really magic water. And then you have the 2.5, which the 2.5 is really incredible. Let's see, I know you're new here. Take a sniff of this and tell me what this smells like. It's okay. Woo! Who else? Who else is new here? In the back? Tell me what this smells like. Bleach. It smells like bleach. I'm gonna pass it around so those of you who are shy can take a sniff. But you guys, it smells like
it's no, it's not.
It's not. I would rather just take it off.
Yeah, just go without it.
I think, let's hear your voice. Let's see if we can hear you.
There's a microphone behind it. Might be the other one that is like.
There you go.
Is this thing on and off? Or yeah. Okay, well, now we want one.
Hold the microphone and punch it.
It went away.
Alright, cool. It was driving me nuts. Okay. So the 2.5, you guys, the 2.5, the medical term for it is called hypochlorous acid. You can Google that on Amazon and it goes for about $40 a gallon. Okay? It's antifungal, antiviral, it'll kill staph, mold, E. coli, salmonella. You can use it as mouthwash. It's amazing for your oral care. Topically, you spray it. What's going around right now, you spray it, it kills, it's great for eczema, psoriasis, acne. You can use the 2.5 incongruent with the beauty water and use them together as a protocol, right? Okay. So this is coming off. Annie, or can one of the staff help me and turn this thing off? And okay, so and there's no chlorine, you guys. There's no plastic. So it's simple installation. It's plug and play. You guys can do custom installations as well. And there's a 5-year manufacturer's warranty that comes with the machine. 30 to 35-year life expectancy. Yeah. Yeah, please.
Excuse me, can you help me turn off the speaker, please? No, we're just gonna not use it because of the big.
Okay. So it's phenomenal for pets. I'm just gonna speak louder. Oh my god, I think it was making me neurotic. Okay, it's phenomenal for pets, you guys. Who gives it to their pets, right? Okay, so this right here, this is my dog, and he's not just my dog, he's my dog. That's my baby. Okay? So he's like my 10-year-old. I don't have kids, so that's my baby. And in his elder years, he's 10 years old, he was getting a skin condition. He was getting a skin condition, and I would have to take him every single month to get a $125 steroid shot. And it was worth it. $1,500 a year. I could tell when it was wearing off. He would start itching. His skin would be becoming flaking. 2 months into drinking this water, I never took him back to ever get that shot again. He never needed it. His skin condition healed on his own. When I saw that happen with my dog, I was just like, wow, like that's incredible. Because it's one thing, how many of you in here are drinking the water and you're like, I'm sleeping better. I have more energy. I'm feeling great. And you're like, is it the water? You guys, it is. It's not a placebo effect. When you start seeing it affect your pets, when you start seeing it affect your children, it's like, wow. And then over here, this is my friend Gio. He's from Italy. These are his friend's parents. And Italians are very, very skeptical, right? So Gio's dad was giving this family water. And they were like, yeah, water? Okay. Give it to our dogs. They breed golden retrievers. They had multiple levels in their floor. They only put the Kangen water on the second level. They would put tap water on the first level. All of the dogs would go up to the second level, drink the Kangen water, but they wouldn't drink the water on the ground. Why? Because think of their animals' senses. Their senses are way more enhanced than ours, so they can smell the chlorine. They can smell the toxicities are in tap water. They're just drinking it to stay alive. But if you give them designer water, that's the healthiest water on the world, they're gonna choose that. So they ultimately family ended up buying a machine because their dogs like the water. Isn't that crazy? So you're over 75% water. Your brain, your blood, your hearts, your bones, your kidney, your liver, all of it. We're literally walking blobs of water. Isn't that crazy? Like, who remembers Alec Mack, right? From the show, she would like melt into water. That's us. We're literally walking blobs of water. And if this one vehicle in life that we have, if we have one vehicle in life and water is our fuel, what type of water are you drinking? Why are we not thinking about where our water comes from, right? There was just, who saw on the news, actually, that Dasani and Aquafina are now going to have to put PWS, public water source, on their bottles of water, because this is all just tap water, filtered, put into a fancy bottle, and marketed to you for 1,000% over the cost. And it's detrimental to our planet. So you guys, think about this. Like, if y'all, who thinks their body's a Ferrari, right? Who takes care of their body? Then if our body's a Ferrari, why are we putting Arco 87 in it? Oh, okay. Why are we doing Arco 87? Like, if we got the Ferrari, why are we not putting premium gas? Why are we not thinking about our water? Purified water, spring water, reverse osmosis water, right? Alkaline water, alkalized water, okay? This is in the infancy stages of our human existence. I want you guys to know that. Only in the last 50 years, people have discovered the health benefits that come from drinking hydrogen-rich water, okay? So what makes this water so healthy? It's loaded with antioxidants. There's more antioxidants in one glass than 5 pounds of blueberries. It's alkalized, not alkaline, meaning that it's created through electricity. So the earth, we're made of electricity, our bodies, right? You ever get around somebody and you're like, damn, that guy's a downer. I don't want to be around that person anymore. You get around somebody, you're like, damn, that person like lights me up. We're energy, right? We're electrical. This water holds an electrical charge. So it's created through electricity, not through chemicals, like these are. This is alkaline, manipulated through chemicals. This is alkalized, created through electricity. And it's superior hydration. This water is 80 to 95% more hydrating than the water that you're drinking today, and we're going to show you that. So oxidation is the resting process. Living tissue and oxidation equals sickness and aging, premature aging, wrinkles, weak immune system, and in time disease. When we're born, we're like a grape. When we die, we're like a prune, right? When you're born, you're alkaline, and when you die, you're acidic. You're going from fresh birth and that amniotic fluid that's alkaline, and babies have so much energy and they heal up. Why? And that's why we tell, like with infants, they don't need the alkaline water. They're already so alkaline, right? So you give them the neutral water. So do we want to? Can we speed up aging?
Yes.
Can we slow it down?
Yes.
Okay, that's right. So what are antioxidants, you guys? Antioxidants stabilize free radical cells in our body. It's anything that slows the aging process. So we all know, like, oh, we want to drink that. There's antioxidants in vitamin C. There's antioxidants in green tea. Oh, I want this because there's blueberries. There's so much antioxidants in there, right? It's slowing down the aging process. It's instead of having free radicals, which are going around damaging cells by stealing an electron and making those cells damage, what antioxidants do is come like that good friend and they give you electrons. So instead of stealing electrons, they give you electrons and they repair those damaged cells, moving your body back from a state of acidity into alkaline. That's why we like antioxidants, because they slow down that whole process. And let's see. So here I have with me, I have this little meter here. I can go back. Okay, this little meter here, this is called an ORP meter, and this is going to tell me if something is aging or if something is anti-aging. So if you guys see the scale on the screen, if it's positive, right, it means that it's aging you, getting you closer to sickness and disease. If it's a negative number, it's anti-aging you. It's moving your body back into a state of health. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this meter, ORP meter, guys, same meter doctors and scientists use to measure antioxidants. So Stephen, what is this reading right here?
284, 85.
Positive 285, right? Okay. What about soda? What's soda reading?
492, 490.
Is it getting us closer to sickness and disease?
Yes.
Right? What about Gatorade?
Positive 483.
483. You guys, the athletes aren't drinking this stuff. They're dumping it on their coaches. If the athletes are paid multi-millions of dollars, you think that their coaches and their nutritionists are going to tell them to put acid in their body?
No.
Right? No. Okay, what about Perrier, the sparkling water?
400.
Positive 400, okay? You want to get old fast but fancy? There you go. That's the bubble. Anything with bubbles, guys, carbonated, but people go, what if I make bubbly carbonated water with Kangen water? I'm like, no, girl. No. You're not going to. I know the bubbles make you think you digest better, right? Or it helps you with your burps, okay? What about Dasani?
375, 380.
Positive 375, 380, product of Coca-Cola. It has salt in it. If you guys didn't know, public water source.
Positive 389.
Positive 381, smart water, not so smart. What about Fiji? Right? It just came here from Fiji this morning.
Went down a little. Positive 315 right now.
You guys want to stay? See, it's going down a little bit, right? It's going a little bit lower, which is good. But you guys want to stay away from
Stopped
Fiji.
at 306.
You guys want to stay away from Fiji and Evian. Why? They're foreign. They're not domestic. They don't beam it here from Fiji. It doesn't beam it here from France. It comes in the slowest, hottest form of transportation. And yes, once at the source, incredible water. Once this thing, if you guys look on here, this has a 2-year expiration date on the bottles, right? And it's not for the water, it's for the plastic. Because who's been reading the articles about microplastics in our blood, microplastics in our placenta, as humans for the first time ever? You guys can look at this. Microplastics for the first time ever were found in human placentas in 2020. Why? Because water is a solvent and it's leaching in plastic, and we open it up, $5 a bottle, thinking that we're getting fresh water from Fiji, and this thing's older than your grandma. Okay, what about Essentia?
Positive 286.
Positive 286, right? Okay, so it's going down a little bit. That's good. So now I'm going to open this water fresh, right? Because we don't want it exposed to oxygen, because what happens as soon as you expose it to oxygen? It starts to oxidize. It starts to age. What happens when you leave an apple out for too long or an avocado? What happens to it?
Oxidized,
It's
turn
the
brown.
same thing that's happening with your water, you guys. Okay, so you guys see here that this is just water. I'm going to put the meter into the Kangen water. And what's this reading, Steven?
Negative 676.
Negative 676, you guys. This is insane. There is no other recorded beverage that has come even remotely close to having the amount of antioxidants that are in one glass of this water. The closest thing that they found was cod liver oil. I think it comes in maybe around like a negative 200. But can you drink a gallon of cod liver oil? Right? No, you could drink a gallon of water, right? You could drink a gallon of water a day. So choose Kangen, you guys. Everyone's like, oh, green tea, oh, orange, this, oh, that. Yeah, no. All you guys need to do, you don't need to drink a gallon of cod liver oil. You just need to drink this water and watch your body do some amazing things. I don't know. You saw everybody in this room raise their hand who had health benefits. No health claims, but I'm talking people losing weight, their eyesight getting better, toe fungus going away, acne going away. My friend Grace lost 30 pounds off of a 1-month sample. Cancer going away. You guys ever seen Mary Jane's demo? Come see Mary Jane's demo. I saw her demo and I knew that this could change the world, and that's when I knew that I had to teach and educate people about this. So this is an alkaline light test. This is going to show me if this alkaline water has an electrical charge, if there's electrons in this water, okay? So Essentia, right? No electrical charge. But what happens when you start drinking Kangen water? This is what it's doing to your brain. This is what it's doing to your heart, you guys. Your body, your blood flow. It's just absolutely insane. Give a round of applause for Kangen water. So where's the evidence? I know most of us are all long time out of high school, right? But do you ever see somebody that you went to high school with and you're just like, dang, that's a hard 36 right there, right? I know we're the same age. I know we went to the same school. I know we're the same yearbook. But there looks to be an extra 10 or 15 trying to be like Benjamin Button, and I'm trying to go backwards. But some of these people with their lifestyles, they're going forward, right? And this is perfectly exampled here. This is Mr. Oshiro. He's the founder of our company. He's 80 years old, and that's his real hair. It's not a wig. It's pure black, okay? And this is the Enagic Business Advisor. And don't say, oh, you know, like, they're the same age, you guys. Don't say, oh, one's Japanese and one's white. They're actually both Japanese. So one was just aging faster, right? Through his lifestyle, through their diet. But there are things that you can do to really slow that process down. So the root cause of cancer, you guys, cancer has a low pH and thrives when acidic levels are high. Cancer and other human diseases can't live in an alkaline environment. Cancerous tissues are acidic, whereas healthy tissues are alkaline. This is Dr. Otto Warburg. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1931 for discovering the root cause of cancer. The cause. So if we know the cause of it, what can we do to slow that down? You know, what can we do to really combat all of the oxidative stress that we are taking on every single day? So here you guys are, water and food. This is an alkaline chart. So what's acidic and low on the pH is artificial sugars, beef, black tea, cheese, chocolate, fried foods, pickles, pork, soda, stress, tobacco, white sugar, coffee, drugs, overwork, pasta, pastries, right? I know I love some pasta and some pastries, okay? But what's alkaline? Artichoke, asparagus, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, carrots, cauliflower, all of the stuff that we like, we're not eating pounds and pounds of broccoli, right? But we love those other things. So let me get my drops. I have with me some pH drops, hopefully. There. I have with me some pH drops, and this is going to yield a color, you guys. And the color is going to tell you basically whether it's acidic or whether it's alkaline, okay? And remember, we want to be in a state of alkaline because it's moving us closer to health, right? It's moving us closer to health, and we're able to slow down that aging process. So also what I'm going to do, I have it in here. Okay, so mix these up so you guys can see kind of what you're looking at here. All right, and look, Essentia still coming up, not even purple. So what happens, you guys, when my breath is acidic, right? What happens when I blow my acidic breath into the water that was made with chemicals? By the way, if you look at the back of it, it has purified water by reverse osmosis, sodium bicarbonate, potassium phosphate, magnesium sulfide, calcium chloride, and electrolytes for taste. Why ingredients? Anybody ever wonder why there's ingredients in their water? So let me blow my acidic breath into this water and let's see what happens. Just showed its true colors. So chemical manipulation, right? Chemical manipulation. What if I want to turn it back alkaline? What if I want to turn it back alkaline? This right here is baking soda. One of the ingredients in the bottled water, right? Let me call my name Essentia and make an alkaline water and make it alkaline. I can make alkaline soda. You think the masses would buy it? Probably. Because it's healthy, it's alkaline, right? But it's made through chemicals. So this is why when doctors say too much alkaline is bad for you, absolutely. When you're putting in too much chemicals, it's bad for you. But check this out, you guys. Check this out. And look, I'm not even going to use the purple. Look, what happens when you start to drink your water, drink your Kangen water? What happens? Your body moves back into a state of health. Your body moves back into a state of health. Now, don't blink on this one. This is for all you bubbly, sparkly, drinking water people, okay? Check this out. It tries to go alkaline, but it can't. It is so acidic. Don't even get me started with Gatorade. Don't even get me started with soda. You have a sip of soda and it's going to take you 4 gallons of this water fresh. Again, 4 gallons of this water fresh to put your body back into a state of homeostasis. Now, what happens, and I blew into that one, so let me give a fair chance and blow into the Kangen water, and let's see what happens when I blow my acidic air into this one. Right? I could be here all day, okay? If I leave this out exposed, open to the oxidizing air for weeks and weeks, and I blow into it, yeah, it will change. But this was poured fresh, so this isn't going to change. This is true water, cellular water that's hitting your cells. Now, and look, it's not the color, you guys. Look, I can put it with the color. It'll try. It'll try. It's not the color. It won't go down. And then what happens when you start drinking, and this is already kind of watered down a little bit, right? So what happens when you start to drink a sip, you're like, oh, I'm good, right? I've been doing really good with my health, but I want the Sprite. It's good for my digestion, right? I'm just gonna take a sip of Sprite. I'm just gonna take a sip, you guys. And look at what it's doing to your body. It's putting you back closer to sickness and aging. It's going to expedite that faster for you guys instead of slowing that whole aging process down. So can we get a round of applause for Kangen Water? I was like, John, can you help me?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So next we're going to talk about cellular hydration, you guys. Quote unquote tiny water. I like to say quote unquote because it's really the hydrogen in the water that's actually able to penetrate and deliver to your body on the cellular level. Tiny water just makes it a little bit more easier for you guys to understand. This water, imagine your body as a chain link fence. This water, a normal bottled water is like throwing a softball at a chain link fence. It's going to bounce right back. This water is like throwing BBs through a chain link fence. It's instantly going to penetrate your body on that cellular level and be able to hydrate you. Because I don't know about you guys, have you guys ever like drank water and thought like, oh my gosh, I'm still thirsty, I feel bloated. Anybody ever felt like that, right? Where you're just like, God, I've talked to people and they're just like, well, I just feel like I'm not hydrated. I feel that I continue to drink water and I'm bloated. I don't want to drink any more water because I have so much bloat and so much inflammation. That's because the water is too big to penetrate your cells. And what I'm going to do here is show you guys this through the tea bag. That one was a little broken. This is Yamamoto Yama green tea. I promise it's not a bad word. But this is a green tea and we're going to test it out. And how do we normally make tea? We boil water, right? Because why? Like we're just like, well, that's what makes the tea. You boil the water, you make the tea, right? The boiled water is able to get in there and extract more of the tea. So let's go ahead and use Smart Water and see what tea comes out of the bag. Not much, right? I don't know. I don't really see anything there. Why did no tea come out?
It's not small enough?
Right, exactly. So here we go. We're going to try it again, and we're going to use Kangen water. Isn't that crazy, you guys? And I know what some of you are thinking, like, well, you wet it, and then it was wet already, and you know, it's because the tea bag was already wet. So let's try it again. Let's move it over. All right. Let's see what happens here. A little bit more tea came out, right? But then let's try it again with the Kangen water and see what color that it yields. There we go. Is that insane, you guys? Like, that is insane. And what I'm going to do right here is this extra excess, this is going to represent your supplements, any of your proteins, your amino acids, your BCAAs. Who in here buys supplements? Raise your hand, right? We buy supplements because we know that we need other nutrients in our body. So this is what this is representing, this tea right here. The tea is representing nutrients, okay? So let's see if we're taking all of our expensive supplements, because we know that they're not cheap, right? We spend a lot of money on our supplements, a lot of money on our shake stuff, right? And then we're going and we're mixing it with water that's too big to penetrate, right? But what happens when you actually start to drink a water that can actually hydrate your body on the cellular level? Is that not insane, you guys? And check this out. Who thinks that there's tea in the first cup, right? Doesn't look like there's any tea in the first cup. Check that out. Check it out. Look at this. Look at this.
So if you guys are taking your supplements and you're taking it with regular water, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what water it is. If it's not ionized Kangen water, you're not getting the best water. You're basically getting expensive urine because your body is not able to deliver this to your body on the cellular level. It's going to excrete it because it can't utilize it. And there is a famous sports nutritionist. His name is Shan Stratton. He's worked with the Seattle Seahawks, the LA Dodgers, the Diamondbacks. He's worked with all of these sports teams. And his job is to put these people in the healthiest state. And you guys want to know what water he recommends to all of his athletes, to all of his sports franchises? He recommends this water, okay, for recovery. It's amazing for recovery. My friend Sean in the back, he rode 30 miles. He was a professional dirt bike rider. He rode 30 miles on his bike, and I was sampling him the water at this time. And he was like, I don't know what's in this water, but I have no lactic acid. Like, there's no, like, my legs aren't hurting. I rode 30 miles on my bike. And I'm like, that's the water, that's the recovery, that's this water actually able to penetrate your body on that cellular level. So Dr. Victor Rios, he's a biological chemist at MIT. He said your body can only absorb 15% of tap, well, spring, or bottled waters. You can absorb 85 to 95% of this water, and it is 6 times more hydrating than the water that you're drinking. So it's like being hydrated for the first time ever. And like, how many of you have ever sampled somebody water and they were like, they immediately had like some type of like effect, right? Whatever it was, they had some type of reaction with their body. It was because their body was being hydrated for the first time ever, okay? So next thing I want to leave to, can we with the cups, please? Thank you. So the next thing I want to talk about is, this is Dr. Shinya. He was one of the world's most famous doctors. He pioneered the colonoscopy procedure. Do you guys know what the colonoscopy procedure is? No? And if you don't worry about it. It's going to sneak up behind you one of these days, okay? So he pioneered the colonoscopy procedure, people. Do I need to say it a little louder for the people in the back, okay? He served royalty, prime ministers, celebrities. He was the creme de la creme. He actually passed away this December. But he was very holistic. He doesn't like prescribing medication. And he makes people get on this water for 3 months first and then come back to him and says, okay, now that your body is clean and detoxed, like, let's see what other, get the book, The Enzyme Factory, read it on Amazon. It's basically a culmination of over 300,000 of his patients and what he recommends for them. And there's a chapter in there on the water. It's not all about the water. It's all about diet. It's all about our lifestyle, right? It's all about our food, how many times we're chewing it, what type of food we're eating, what type of food we're staying away from, what type of water are we drinking. So, like I said, he is a very, very revered doctor. And these are pictures of some of his patients before and after, drinking this water for 3 months. I don't know about you guys. But I don't want the black colon. I want the pink colon, okay? Like, those are your insides. And you guys know that your gut health is your second brain to your body. So it's this whole working mechanism. And what does this whole working mechanism live on? It lives on water, okay? Stop eating poison. Okay, so here I have some tomatoes. I got these from Trader Joe's. All right, and I am going to, how do you guys normally wash your produce? Okay, so here I have some fancy Huntington Beach tap water that we're going to put this in, and we're just going to let these soak for a little bit. And then also what I'm going to do, let's see if there is chlorine in here. There may or may not be. Sometimes I live in Newport Beach. Tons of chlorine in my water, but sometimes I went some other places and there's not really too much chlorine in the water, which is good. But let's put these yellow drops in here and see if this water turns yellow. If it turns yellow, then that's telling me that there is chlorine in the water. So let's cross our fingers and hope there's chlorine, okay? So, and then here I have the strong 11.5 water. It's kept in a dark container. Like the 2.5, the 2.5 water that I put around, that's in a dark container because again, water is affected by light and motion. But you guys can put those two waters in these containers and it will last you probably about a month or so. It will get even stronger. So this is the 11.5 water. I'm going to let it soak, let the tomatoes soak here. Oh, look, it's turning. What color is it turning?
Yellow.
We got chlorine, people, okay? So here I have some, what's this called? Cauliflower. There we go. I hate cooking. Okay, okay. My poor fiance. Okay. So we're gonna let the cauliflower sit there for a little bit, okay? And here I have some oil. This is sesame oil. So you guys can see right here, 100% pure black sesame oil. And I'm going to show you what's happening in these containers right now, okay? So again, we typically use tap water. Let's see, what do they tell us in school? Oil and water
don't mix.
They don't mix, right? Oil and water, they don't mix. Duh, knew that. Great. But they didn't know about color water, baby. They didn't know about color water, all right? So, okay, let's push that out, smoosh this around in here a little bit. So here, let's see what happens, okay? Oil and water don't mix, we know that, right? Oil and water, they don't mix. Because that ain't horchata, people. And it ain't coming back. Okay? This is why people are losing weight. Lowering their blood pressure, right? This is when I lost 10 pounds. Who doesn't want to lose a little bit of weight, right? I was just drinking water. I wasn't doing anything crazy. I didn't change my diet all crazy, although I feel like I'm fairly healthy, but you know, we try to be more healthier as we get older. So let's see now what's happening with tap water, okay? So this is what comes off when you wash with your tap water. Maybe a little bit of tint of yellow, right? But this, okay? This is what comes off when you're washing with strong Kangen water, you guys. Now, that's not chlorine. What does this look like? Does this look familiar? Hey, he's not wearing the suit for COVID, y'all. If it's not safe to breathe, is it safe to eat?
No.
Who wants to drink this right now? I'll give you $20. Right? $20. Who wants to drink it? You know what's so interesting? Y'all are already drinking this every day. Y'all are giving it to your kids. You're consuming it. It's not going to affect you today. It's not going to affect you tomorrow. Just like having a soda today won't affect you today, it won't affect you tomorrow. But it will cross you when you cross that health toll bridge. And what's the cross once you get over that health toll bridge? Hundreds of thousands of medical bills in a broken system that's meant to keep you sick. I'm sorry. Yes, we need surgeons, we need doctors. I'm not here to crap on Western medicine. We need that. But I know from my own experiences, from people who are fighting for their own life, Brenda and her mother's story, her mother's cancer story, she had to go to Mexico and seek treatment because it wasn't covered by her insurance. We're talking about people that are trying to take control of their lives. People that are looking for solutions. So do you want to cross that health toll bridge and wonder what if? Or would you guys want to make one simple decision like switching your water and drinking the most antioxidant rich water in the world? Pretty insane, right? So here we have this thing, right? This thing hanging around. It's cauliflower. Okay? And where did the chlorine go? Where'd the chlorine go, guys?
The cauliflower.
It went inside the cauliflower. And then what you gonna do with it?
Eat it.
You're gonna eat it.
And give
it to your kids. So not only are you washing it in tap water. Oh man, I went on a girls trip the other day, and my friends be washing the fish in the tap water, and I was like, I was like, dang, I've been looking at water a whole different way. You know, normally I'd be like, yeah, that's what you do. You wash it in tap water, right? But I want to let you guys know, go to ewg.org and look at your municipality and look at the toxicities that are in your water, that you're bathing in, that you're drinking. that you're giving to your kids, that you're giving to your pets, right? So stay away, right? Even organic, you guys, has pesticides. So atrazine, Google what atrazine does to the body, especially if you're pregnant. This is one of the most widely used pesticides here in the United States. It's been banned in the European Union for like a decade. You know, but there's a lot of things that we allow here in the United States are banned in other countries, and you got to ask yourself why. You know, especially if you know somebody who's pregnant or trying to get pregnant. The overexposure to toxicities in our system, our endocrine system, our body. Again, it's not going to affect you today. It's not going to affect you tomorrow. But like the new study that came out in 2020 that went over the fact that microplastics are now found in women's placentas, feeding the babies. That before they're even born, there's exposure to plastic because of our lifestyle. And you guys, bottled water, what didn't become popular until the 1970s. The 1970s, Perrier came out and bottled water became a thing. Everybody wanted this fancy, sparkly, beautiful green bottle. And that's when bottled water business really started to explode. So it's science fact, not fiction. Removing acidic waste is more effective than diet or exercise. You're not sick, you're thirsty. Don't treat your sickness with medication, right? Because medication, you guys ever looked on the warning labels in the back of medications? It may cause death, it may cause all suicidal thoughts and all these like adverse effects that come on. And you know what? And there's a pill for every ill. And we really have to look back at our food. We really have to look back at our water. We have to look back at our mental, our exposures to toxicity. Let's go back to basics, people, right? We don't need all this plastic stuff here. And this is cool. All of these athletes and celebrities, you know, Obama, Trump, it doesn't matter. Hate them or love them, they both drink the water. It's in the White House. So I like to tell people, if you want to do more research in the Secret Service, be my guest. But it's in the White House. A lot of these people that are in here, Bill Gates, he has over 45 machines. He bought one for every single faucet in his home. And yeah, he's kind of weird. He also is the #1 farm owner in the United States. He owns the most farmland, and he's also a major investor in Monsanto. You guys know Monsanto is pesticides. But why does he have 40-something machines? What does he know that we don't? And what's so interesting in here, a lot of these people, a lot of our peers are selling to these athletes and to these celebrities because this is all done through word of mouth. You can't purchase this machine online. You don't want to buy third party. Sometimes people are selling third party online. You do not want to do that, you guys. You don't want to know what do drug addicts do when they're trying to get metal out of the air conditioner? They take the copper out of the air conditioner because the copper has value, right? It's a precious metal. I'm serious, you guce. I'm sorry, my fiance is an HVAC, so I know all about that stuff. So this is precious metals in here. There's platinum and titanium plates that are in here. You don't know what somebody has done to the interior of this machine. And also, you can't buy filters. You don't have a service person. If you take it to that machine, you take it to the store and they're like, look, this machine was never paid off. They can confiscate it to you because it's stolen property. Okay, so we're talking about a lifelong machine that from the person that you're buying it from is going to be able to help and assist you not only with your customer service questions, but the business as well, which we're going to talk to. And interestingly enough, someone on my team just sold to, you guys know Patron? You guys know Paul Mitchell? Right? We just sold a couple machines to that family. The daughter's a race car driver, yeah. And her bodyguard got the machine, and she's like, he told her about it. Obviously, she wants to take care of her health. She's an athlete. And she goes, oh my God, my dad has a couple of those machines. She's like, give me one for both of my houses. Like that. Through word of mouth, you guys. Kylie Jenner, she purchased from somebody in our network, in our organization, 18 machines. She bought from her massage therapist. Because she was pregnant at the time, and her massage therapist said, I've been drinking this water, girl. Holistic massage therapist. And she's telling her about it. She's like, I need that water. Give me that water. So who do you know? And then who do they know, right? So, and this is amazing, you guys. I turned, you guys remember the boutique where I had my boutique, right? I turned that space into this facility right here. Of course, Vanessa, I met Martin online, and he was looking for a sponsor, and I said, I'm here. And I said, hey, I want to open up this water store. I want to not do my boutique anymore. And I want to educate people while the world closed down. And while the world closed down, we opened our doors. And I went from a non-essential business to an essential business, changing people's lives, because water is essential, isn't it? We need water to live. And here you see, this is all during the pandemic, people getting together of all ages, races, backgrounds, people changing lives. They're signing papers right here for this baby. It's not just your life, it's your family's life. It's your legacy. This is something that you're going to have forever, okay? And here we are, you guys, a business with purpose. Not everybody's going to do what you're about to see here, okay? But I'm just saying is that the people that are bringing you in, you know, they really care about you. And they can either help you get a free machine, or they can either help you really do this business as well. And Vanessa and I, we saw a need at the beginning of the pandemic for water. You guys remember when they were putting limitations on how much water you could buy? Yeah. You guys remember when they were like closing down water fountains and like you could only buy 1 case of water, right? So like literally in Skid Row and in our homeless communities throughout OC and Orange County, LA County, the water was so scarce, and we were like, look, we started with 50 gallons. And we started delivering, and we started working with our water warriors out in the IE, out in the OC, out in LA. I have somebody in Palm Springs that's like, I want to do that. I have somebody in Washington that says, I want to do what you're doing here. Because this 50 gallons turned into over 6,000, almost 7,000 gallons that we have donated. Okay, give a round of applause for that. We were just in Skid Row last week. We're going back next week. Okay, we're continuing to pay it forward and share water with people, and just connect over something so simple as water. We're not trying to sell machines. We have this. What do? I call up the water gang and I go, hey guys, fill up 25 to 50 gallons of water. Everybody meet at this location. Let's roll down. Let's roll up. You guys know that every time we go, we have almost 1,000 gallons now because our team just gets getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that fractal connection, people be inspired and want to do things on their own and create their own movements on how they can give back. I work with a nonprofit. We provide this water for free to cancer patients. Okay? This is business with purpose. And what's your family's wealth worth to you, you guys? This is a one-time investment of $4,980. That's it. One time in your whole entire life. Okay? And now I remember I was driving, 5,000. I thought the machine was 3,000. Is this thing going to cook for me, clean for me? What's this thing going to do for me? I leaned into that trust and faith. And now you guys are having a lot more information than I was ever exposed to when I purchased. I don't know what I was buying. I just knew that it worked for my friend, right? And you guys, we burn our money on a lot of things. Some of us are out here in $50,000, $60,000 cars, even $40,000 cars. We go on vacations. We buy shoes, right? Okay. Oh, a little trip? Yeah, like no problem. I'm going to go on that trip because I want to go with my friends, okay? What about EDC, the music festival this weekend? People will pay thousands of dollars to go to a 3-day music festival. We're talking about a one-time investment that you can own your water. You can have it for free forever. You can give it out to your friends and family. You can create 7 different types of water with over 100 uses. You guys, there's over 100 uses for this machine with this one investment. And if we're talking about, if you want to really break it down and you want to look at the cost, let's say you wanted to, this is only 15 years, right? At the beginning, you guys said you guys were going to drink water for the rest of your life, right? So at the 15-year cost, what are you paying for Dasani? $20,000. Aquafina, $17,000. Fiji. You guys want to be drinking some Fiji water, a gallon a day, right? We drink, anybody who drinks a gallon a day of this water in here, raise your hand, right? We're all drinking this gallon of this water a day. And look, what's the other one? Oh, Evian. Evian, $82,000. That's only a 15-year cost. And that's just for one person. You know, some of you are in here, you have kids, you have big families. What does that cost look like for you over time? It may not seem a lot when you're going to Costco and you're picking up here and there, but do the math. I mean, I'm a business owner. That's why I got the machine, because I did the math. It made sense to me, right? And this machine's going to last 35 plus years. If you guys want to see one that lasts 35 plus years, there's a machine, the blue one back here, it's like 30 years old. It still works amazing. Still has really strong antioxidant potential with the machine. You maintain it, you clean it, it's very simple. So we have really, really simple payment plans, you guys. You guys have good credit? You guys can do a third-party option and get 15 months no interest and a $200 rebate, and you guys can literally get your machine for less than $100 a month. It's less than your cell phone bill. Yeah. It's less than your cell phone bill. It's less than your cable bill, right? something that you're going to have forever. You don't have good credit? Don't worry about it. You got -5 credit? We'll still give you a machine, okay? That's the amazing part of this. But I'm telling you, you have good credit, use your good credit, talk to the person that brought you here. You don't have good credit and you think like, hey, like, I'm young, I'm still building my credit, or I have bankruptcy and my credit isn't that great. We got you. We'll still give you a machine, a little money down. You make your monthly payments on it, right? You stop buying everything that this can replace, and you make smarter investments, and you're not making expenses anymore. You're making it into an investment because this is tax deductible, okay? And this can actually pay you back. So tax write-offs, the average person gets back an extra $4,000 to $8,000 a year. This is really, really amazing. I know this to be true. This is my friend Cleo. He's a bartender. He got $6,000 back on his tax returns because it's a tax write-off. So for those of you that are in here, we're going to be talking a little bit about how you can get this machine for free, right? You can get this machine for free. And you can there's a business that comes along with it. So if you're like, I don't really want to do the business, no problem. But you want to get a free machine, talk to your person that brought you here, and we'll try to get you a free machine, because you guys know people that are drinking water. There are people that are looking for where to get this, and they don't know who. I know so many times I hear, oh my God, I saw my friend posting about it, and I was like, I was looking at it, I didn't know how to get it. It's like the secret water society, you know? You gotta know somebody to get it. And it's tax deductible. And so for me, this really hits home, because I've worked for corporate America, I've been self-employed, and now here I am as an independent contractor who has a corporation, okay? So I know a lot about taxes. I really don't like the IRS. Okay, I've learned a lot of learning lessons in my years of business, right? And they will run you, and they'll take everything that they can get. And if you're a W-2 employee and you do not have tax write-offs, please, please, please just listen to what I'm saying in the financial literacy, because I'm really passionate about that as well, because of my own experiences.
Can you pay cash? Can you pay cash?
Absolutely. What's cool about that is you get the full tax deduction. When you pay for it outright, you get the full tax deduction in the same fiscal year, which is very important, because you can then offset your income, any expenses that come to it. You want to buy a pretty bottle, you want to get the pre-filters, anything that you do, you guys keep your receipts, okay? You keep your receipts, and if you sign that W-9, you can write it off as a tax deduction, even if you don't want to do the business. Why? Because the possibility to earn income is there even if you don't make it. And I know this to be true because I sold this machine to my friend. She just wanted it for the health purposes, but she was a W-2 employee. I said, do the W-9. She never sold the machine. She got the full tax deduction. She paid for it outright in cash, and she got the full tax deduction, and she was like, oh my gosh, I normally get like $1,800 back. I got $6,000 back. I'm like, girl, I told you, okay? So talk to the person that brought you here. I'm sorry, I love talking about the taxes, because most people realize, they think like this is an expense. Well, no, you can actually save more of your bottom line by having a home-based business and using it to write off.
The filter, how often do you have to change it? Because
So-
there's a filter in there, right?
Yes, so there's a double carbon antibacterial filter that's inside of this machine. This will go for every 9 to 12 months or 1,500 gallons, whichever comes first. And yeah, these filters, they're only like $135. So, and your machine will actually talk to you. It'll tell you, like, I need a new filter. Okay, bottled water. It speaks 8 different languages, right? So you want to go to Mexico, you're like, okay, so bottled water is the #1 selling beverage in the U.S. It outsells beer, it outsells coffee, it outsells soda, okay? And this is the next mega trend. Again, you guys, going back to the whole alkaline and acid. We didn't know about that before, but we know about it now. And now we know that alkaline water is healthy for us. Why? Because people are learning about it. Again, ionized water, molecular hydrogen water, still in the infancy stages of our human existence. You guys are just lucky enough to be in this chair tonight and receiving this information. So a paradigm shift. All right, so I don't need to ask you guys if you guys have, remember the TVs when like the TVs used to come back like this big and they were like 1,000 pounds? Right? Come on, who remembers that? Right? Who remembers the Apple computers that were colorful and they like went back like this? Right? Who had a pager? All right, who had a pager? All right? Okay, some of you are like, a pager? Okay? Those things will never come back. That's a shift in the way the world is doing these things, right? So we all know that we can't go to Blockbuster and pull Blockbuster and look for the video. We just go on Netflix. It's at the click of a button. Paradigm shift. Hotels and motels, Airbnb. I love staying at Airbnb. I just went to Santa Ynez and stayed at a beautiful Airbnb. Oh my gosh, like I really don't like staying at hotels anymore. Taxi cabs, right? It's all Uber now. Flip phones to iPhones. You know, remember we used to have these, right? We used to do the codes through the pager, 143, right? Gas vehicles, right? to Teslas, to electrical vehicles, retail stores to Amazon. This one was a big one for me because I was a retail store and I started to see the effects of this paradigm shift when Forever 21 started closing, when Wet Seal started closing, when BB started closing. All of these like stores that I grew up with that I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna like make it big in the fashion world and have everything. It didn't matter how amazing I was. The consumer's market was changing and I couldn't meet up with that. I wasn't Amazon, right? I was belly to belly and customer service started to change to be more how quickly you can get an item. So the Enagic Business is an explosive business with massive potential built in a solid foundation in the Japanese marketplace, and it's a proven product in a brand new marketplace. This is not MLM, this is direct sales. I know what some of you were thinking, right? This is like one of those things where you get 5 friends and they get 5 friends and they get 5 of their friends and y'all drive a Ferrari. No, this is not like that, okay? This is like, okay, so you guys know people that are real estate agents, right? You guys know people who sell homes, right? You guys know people who sell cars, right? So that's what how this business works. It works over and down. And if you are in real estate, do you want to be the broker or do you want to be the agent? You want to be the broker. Why? Why do you want to be the broker?
To get a piece of the pie.
You get a piece of the agent's pie. You're the broker, right? You're the broker. If the agents don't sell anything, that's cool. They're not getting the commission, but there's other people who are, right? So it's like owning your own brokerage agency, but instead of selling houses, we're selling health, right? We have the world's best water at our fingertips that all these celebrities and athletes are purchasing. So here's how it works, you guys. Oh, and this is, again, business without headaches. What I love about this is it's a patented compensation plan. It's patented. No other company can do this. I think it took them 2 years to come up with this model to emulate. And we're based on points. We're not based on levels or volume or anything like that. There's no employees or expenses, no qualifications, no stocking and loading of inventory, no starting over. Like you never have to start over. I actually tried a couple different companies before I found this, and I was just like, this isn't for me. Like it was too gimmicky. I was selling essential oils. I love me some essential oils, but I'm just a good user. It just didn't make sense to me as a business decision because I didn't like that compensation plan of multi-level marketing. You know, this is true direct sales. You're only selling one product once, okay? You're not like having to meet sales quotas every single month. So here's how it works. Every time a machine is sold, there are 8 points of commission that get dispersed out to people. Now for the K8, it's $340 a point, okay? So and this is our marketing structure. So it goes from the manufacturer. So normally, right, and I know what you guys are thinking. You guys are, well, that's why the machine's so expensive. The machine's so expensive because all the costs get cut out to the distributors. But what you guys don't realize is that there are companies out here, and I realize this because this was me, okay? I had to work with manufacturers. I had advertising costs. I worked with wholesalers. I was the retailer. I had sales reps. And by the time my $50 or $40 or $30 item got to the consumer, what kind of profit was left for me? Now, I'm proud of myself. I did that for like 6 years, okay? But again, I was on that wheel that I couldn't get off of. Just that like, wow, like I'm putting so much work into such little return. And all of those costs that are traditionally paid out to athletes, to the Kardashians, to promote and be like, yeah, I drink essential water. Google Kardashians and essential water, and you're going to see product placement all over. They're paid, you guys. The rich get richer, right? They're having Cristiano Ronaldo, you know, hold up something, you know, that he drinks this and that. He gets paid and endorsed for it. And what's interesting is that Cristiano Ronaldo has one of our machines. So all of those marketing dollars, those millions of dollars that are budgeted for marketing, basically get put back into the people that are doing the word of mouth. We get the marketing dollars. There is like, we are the middleman. We work directly with the manufacturer. We broker the deal. We help people order machines. A commission gets cut. People are happy with their machine in their home. I've never had anybody sold almost 300 of these machines since I started a couple years ago. I've never had anybody say, like, I hate this, I want to return this. No, most people are saying, I wish I would have bought it sooner. So on your first 2 sales, you sell one machine, you make $340, right? On your second machine you sell, you make $340. Now that's cool, right? That's income. You worked and you got paid for your time, right? But where's the leverage in this business? So when I first started, I sold a machine to my mom. I got $340. And then I met my friend Steven, who's in real estate, and he understands the concept of this. He already knew about alkaline, and I knew that Steven was gonna blow this thing up. So I said, I don't really wanna sell him a machine right here on my second lane. So ultimately I ended up buying a product for myself. I'll explain that to you guys. That's for the real people, the people that really want to take this business all the way. I brought a product from myself. You can buy the shower, the turmeric from yourself. And I got rid of that lane, and I brought my friend in at my $680 lane on my third sale, right? So on my third sale, I sell to my friend. I get $680. That's amazing, right? I worked for it. He bought the machine. I got $680. I packed my machine up. I went to Costa Rica on a women's retreat. While I was on that retreat, Steven sold 6 machines. So I got paid $680 times 6. Do you guys see the leverage in this? I came back from that Costa Rica trip and I had almost $4,000 in my mailbox. And I had never earned money that way. I had only earned money busting my ass and trading my time for money. And that really opened my eyes as to the leverage of the possibility of this. So it's not just you, it's your group and your total. And once your group has a total of 10 group sales, meaning Steven sold 6, I had 2 underneath me, that put me at 8, sold a couple more, that put me, at a total of 10. So on my 11th direct sale, you start opening up 1,020 franchise lanes. That's crazy, you guys. Meaning you sell a machine and you get paid 1,020. But what happens if that person goes out and sells 3 machines their first month? They're just starting. They're going to get 340, 340, 680. But because you sold to them and your 1,020 franchise lane, you're going to get 1,020, 1,020, 1,020. Is this making sense for you guys? Wherever you sell to somebody, that is the potential. Most people just want the machine and they want good customer service. You follow up with them, hey, Susie Q, how are you liking the water? Oh my God, I love the water. My mom's obsessed with it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, do you know anybody who else this could benefit? Yes, absolutely. And we see if you guys want to get a free machine. If not, then there's going to be other people like me that see this potential and want to completely blow it up. And on your group, when your group has a total of 20 direct sales, you get another promotion. 20, you guys. Only 20 direct sales, okay? So 20 direct sales, you start opening up 1,360 franchise lanes, okay? That's insane. Meaning you sell a machine, you get 1,360, but if they start selling machines, you start getting 1,360 down to 340. Insane, incredible. That guy that I showed you, Martin, that I met on Instagram, he has almost 40 sales. He's in my 1360 franchise lane. That is, I met a stranger on Instagram through a hashtag. Again, fractal connections. You don't know how your life can be changed just by saying yes to, drinking the world's best water. Now, do we have any, well, first of all, do we have any 1As or 2As in the room? Can you guys stand up, please? I just want to give all the 1As and 2As a round of applause because this is the future of you guys. I'm giving you a round of applause because you're in the hardest part. You're in the part where everybody thinks you're crazy and runs for the hills and doesn't want to drink the water. You're in that part right now. I was there too, right? I was there too. But my first sale was my mom, and she was the only one to believe me. Thank God for my mom, right? So, but then the more people that buy on, right, the more people that want. There's other people that are like, hey, I could do this too, or I know somebody who could benefit from that. So do we have any 3 or 4As in the room? Can you guys stand up? 3 or 4As? Amazing, amazing. Okay, so I know, beautiful Bree. So Bree, tell me your background and how you do your business.
Yeah, well, my background is I'm a college dropout. I decided that was not the route for me. I just didn't want to pay for education. That just, didn't make sense, and I didn't really know what I wanted to do. Taught yoga, served at restaurants, did a bunch of jobs really just to make ends meet, to pay for rent. This business has changed my life. It's incredible. Actually, when I became 4A, we were on vacation in Dubai. Yep. So you're able to travel and do this business as well. What was another question you asked? Sorry.
And how do you do your business?
Oh, I just do it really on social media. I post Instagram stories, I talk to people, I share water. It's pretty simple, this business. It's just a lot of hard work. You have to put time in. But the business itself is really simple. So
I love it. Thank you. Thank you. And name, background, and how do you do your business?
My name is Jorge, aka Jorge Pru on Instagram. And TikTok too. I'm a 4A. I've had 29 sales. All I do is I don't even let people try the water necessarily unless they really want to. because like I know like me personally, like I hear that like like it's really cool. Like there's daily trainings every day, and the people that train us, they tell us like what to do, and I just like shut up and listen.
Yeah.
And really, that's what I do. And that's how I get the results. And yeah, I'm looking forward to keep helping more people. And like me, like I was under a different team. You guys are super lucky. Like I was under a different leadership. I've already had a machine for like I've had my first machine for like 5 years. And yeah, for 4 years, like changed my life. For 4 years, I wanted to help people, and like for 4 years, I actually like put in the work, no sales whatsoever. And then now it's been like 10 months under Jason.
Yeah.
And helping 29 different.
Are you guys hearing him? He just said he literally shuts up, does what he's told, and shares some water, shares some information, and you're at 29 South?
Yeah, because now I have great leadership.
Amazing. I love that. Round of applause for the creators in the party. Okay, and then we're getting into top dog territory, okay? Then we have 5A, my little thing goes, 5A, and 5A is when your group has a total of 50 sales together. It's not just you, right? It's not just you. And I'm gonna talk to the 6As too when we get here. It's not just you, it's your group. So anything that your group does, it moves you up. And I tell you guys, you never go backwards, you never start over. I actually know a woman, Antonella, and she had to go back to Italy, and she was already a 6A. She had a well-established business. She stepped away from the business for 6 years to take care of her parents in Italy. She was still receiving checks during that time. She came back to the United States once her parents passed away, and she started her business and picked her business right up from where she was on. She was still receiving checks that whole entire time because she had a healthy business that was already established. So once your group hits a total of 50 sales, you start earning $1,700 per franchise lane. So you sell a machine, that's great. You made a great commission, $1,700. But the real leverage in this is when you find people that also want to do the business and you help them become successful. Because say you help somebody get their first 5 sales in your $1,700 franchise lane, what are they getting? $340, $680, $680, $680. You're getting $1,700, $1,700, $1,700, $1,700, $1,700. Now, when you help them get higher, those points start getting a little lower on your side. But you want that, because then when you help to develop other leaders and other people to hit the rank of 6A and there's no more points to get out, that's when you start working in retirement brackets that you can will down to your children. And then you have 6A, which is a total of 100 sales, okay? Total of 100 sales. Now 5As and 6As, can you guys stand up? We got Brenda, yes, love it. Okay. Perfect. Okay, well, let's start with John Johnson. I already know your name, so your background and how do you do your business and how many sales you made when you went 6A?
I got the machine strictly I have really bad ankles and knee pain, and I had someone show it to me, Mr. Giordano, standing right over there. And I'm also a drone pilot professionally, so I met him to talk about drones. And his kitchen, he had this crazy machine on his counter. I asked him about it. Nobody told me about it. I went, what is that? And he explained it all to me, that it's what the top athletes and everybody drinks this water that is looking for great health, and you got to try it. Do you have any health issues? I told him about my knees, my ankles. He goes, you got to try this water. And I was like, come on, water. No way. And he's like, you got to try it. It's this medical device from Japan. So I went every few days. I'd get the fresh water from him. After about day 21, it felt like the time I got a cortisone shot, and all I did was drink this water. And I didn't even know about the business side of it. I was like, I have to have this machine. So later on, I started learning about the business side. I started talking to people about it. One of those people was Vanessa, who is the girl she showed that is her best friend in all those pictures. And Vanessa sold to Whitney. So I sold 8 machines, but thanks to Miss Whitney and her team, I'm now at like 170 machines or something like that.
Did you guys hear that? He's done 170 machines. He sold
Thanks,
7
Whitney.
machines. I remember he walked in when we were doing the living water demos at my old location, and he had no idea. And he walked in, I was like, "This is your team." Like, what we built, you know. Thank you so much. And I know these lovely couple here. Name and how do you guys do your business, and how many sales when you went 6A?
To start off, my name is Steven Fernandez. This is Graciela, she's my fiance, and we started off, I've been friends with Whitney for over 17 years, so when she came over, I wasn't like what you would call a hard sale. I just have a lot of trust in Whitney because she's just been such like an amazing friend over that amount of time. And so I jumped in right away, and like she said, I sold 6 machines, and she was in Costa Rica. Well, she met Gracie in Costa Rica, and not only brought this beautiful machine into my life, but brought my amazing fiance. So it's been even more than like money for me. It's been much more than that, and I'll let Gracie go from there.
So I went to Costa Rica, right? And she's like, this machine. I'm like, I know about Kangen water. I'm a water activist. I've been a water activist for 12 years. I've been looking for the correct system to offer to people in low-income areas because we know about water filtration systems for your house. They're $10,000. But what about the people that live in apartments and don't want to buy plastic? So when she told me about this, I'm like, I've been praying for something like this. You gotta water me. Let's see what this water is about. She's like, you live by my friend Steven, go to Steven's house and get water. So when I would go over his house, they're like, I'll be back, I'm gonna go fill up at Steven's house. And they're like, fill up on what? I'm like, water, guys. So I fast forward, 6 months later, I'm still getting water, like a conchuda. Conchuda means that I was freeloading. And I'm like, what am I gonna do? So I went to this Chinese food place. I called him. I'm like, hey, I'm on my way to go pick up water. He was kind of like busy and irritated. He's like, girl, I'm not home. You gotta figure out what you're gonna do for 30 minutes. I went to go to Chinese food. Something came over me to pray. I prayed. I said, God, ancestors, grandpa, anyone listening to me up there, is this machine, am I meant to buy this machine or not? Because it's $5,000 and I don't want to get scammed. Send me a sign. And I'm like, but if it's a scam, take it away from me now. Just please send me a message. Me persine, cross myself, bless my food. I ate it. I cracked the fortune cookie open at the very end, and the fortune cookie said, an investment by the water will be good for you. I'm like, well, I'm broke. I don't know how I'm gonna do this, but I need this machine in my life. Within a couple of weeks, I had the machine. Then I met Brenda. And within a year, I got the, this is the incredible part, guys, and this is why I feel today should be about like, how do I get this in my home? Because it brought up so much more than just 7 different waters. It brought community, it brought abundance. The world shut down, and I was stripped of all of my income, as a lot of us were during the pandemic, right? I got it in January, the world shut down in March, but me and Brenda teamed up. She's like, Gracie, I need this. Brenda is an amazing leader. She took off. We sold 100 machines in about a year and a half. I'm in Whitney's 1360 lane. If we sold 100 machines, how many times did Whitney get paid 1360? Okay.
100 checks.
I got my machine. I was so afraid of investing the down payment, $1,400, but I got back $30,000 that 1 year. So just think about the abundance. That's what I have to say. Thank you so much for the leadership, and Brenda for being such a leader.
And Brenda, what's your background?
Hi guys, I'm actually an actress and a teacher. A working actress, you can find me on Netflix. But, thank you. And the world shut down. I knew about this machine actually 19 years ago, now 20, I knew about it. I was part of a School of Enlightenment offshoot for one in Washington. Anyway, I was into and I saw a presentation, and a lot of people have experienced this, which is the spirituality part of it. I won't go too deep, but as soon as I saw it, I was like, drawn to it. Like I knew I needed to do it, and it took 20 years till Gracie had it, because unless you know someone, you can't buy it. So if you leave here tonight and you think you're just gonna go buy it at some store, and you forget the people that brought you here, it's really hard to get a hold of. So when Gracie had it, and my mom got sick. My mom got sick with cancer. I knew I had to get it. And I'm sorry, I was getting emotional. And it was such a blessing. And before that, I had prayed. I prayed to God. As an actress, that I said, send me the products to sell to my community, that I don't have to sell them fast food, soda, and pharmaceuticals, because that's what you have to do as an actor with commercials to make money. And I refused. And I prayed to God about that, and to send me something to help my mom. And I wasn't gonna get the and so I needed an income. And God was like, all your prayers are answered. Now go bust your ass. And that is what I've done. I'm about to become 6A. I've got like 12 more machines. I'm actually a fan of video games, but this is like Super Mario Brothers. I know I'm aging myself, but like I'm getting to every level, helping so many people. I wake up every day and I have something to do even during the pandemic. From home, I'm able to be with my mother. I'm able to go to her doctor's appointments. You know, there's so much going on in my life right now. It's really difficult, but I'm able to work my business no matter where. I just celebrated my mom's birthday. I didn't have to call the boss or a manager to give me permission to spend time with my mother. And I didn't realize that how bondage that was until I've been recently asking my friends, like, come join us for stuff, and they can't because they have to ask permission, and they've already asked permission for something, and for the first time in my life, I'm like, yo, how are grown adults, and I'm not trying to insult, but it's a perspective. I'm like, how are grown adults asking another grown adult for permission to be with their family and friends? And nothing can buy that. Nothing can buy that. I will never go back. I have the blood of an entrepreneur. Didn't know I had it. I was super lazy in my 20s. And now I'm like, I know I can get through anything and be successful no matter what, because the self-development that you get in network marketing is, you can't find it anywhere. And if you do, it's going to cost you thousands.
Yep.
And I'm so grateful for the community.
Yes. And they're all on my team. All right, just a couple more. We're going to wrap it up here. So name, background, and how many sales when you went 6A?
Okay, name Jasmine. Background, I worked in higher education. I was the director of graduate admissions at Loma Linda University. I thought that was absolutely what I wanted. I love working with students. I love working with nurses. That was my passion. When COVID hit, I got a 50% pay cut, and everyone was freaking out. We were like, hold on, healthcare should be getting funds on COVID. Well, they were. The hospital was, not the university side. So we got a pay cut. It was either get a pay cut or let go of someone on your team. Well, you don't want to let go of anyone, you know, in the middle of COVID, so you take the pay cut. So I went from making 6 figures to take home pay being $37,000 a year, and that scared me. I had just gotten my unit about 6 months ago. I felt like, just like Whitney was saying, I'm way too good to do this. Yeah. But then you find yourself at home, no baseball, no hobbies, nothing is going on. So you just have to pivot, right? So you figure it out, and I started doing this. I was like, okay, well, I can be on social media. I can talk to people. That's how I do my business. I sold 37 machines from home in the middle of COVID, and now I make $2,040, which is more than I made in 2 weeks at my director position. And then I said, why am I still here? So then I quit that job, and now I literally work maybe 6 hours a week, and I make the same amount or more than I did before.
And last but not least, we have over here, and everybody, everybody who's speaking was 6A, Brenda was 5A. And we have the Italian legend over here. So, Gio, name and background, and tell us a little bit about how you do this.
Giordano was born and raised in Italy. I was a busboy and a soccer coach when I found out about this. I got involved, I met a girl on Tinder, and I ended up at a presentation like that. That's a true story. But when I got involved in this, I was in over $30,000 in debt. And I was working Monday to Sunday with no days off. I couldn't go back to see my family because I couldn't afford the tickets for the flight. And I got a loan from the bank with 30% interest to get that machine because I was broke. And within 2 years of doing this part-time, I paid off all my debt with both of my jobs. I was also a soccer coach, and I started flying to Italy eight times in 22 months. I built the #1 team in Enagic in Italy. I have 6 A's on my team today, and this business changed my life. I also met the love of my life at a water presentation.
I got one. She's a matchmaker, y'all.
Whitney is a matchmaker.
Change your water, find a husband or wife. You gotta know me.
Like, what's crazy is that I met John at the beach, and you know, I gave him water, and then John met Vanessa. Vanessa sponsored Whitney. Whitney sponsored them, and those are some of the top people on my team. I have like 28 or 6 A's. Just the best business ever. And like Brenda said, like the best part is not the money, because obviously we're like earning crazy money, but the best part is the person that you become in this process. I was a busboy with no degree. You know, I didn't know anybody here. I've never made money in my whole entire life. So this business made me a completely different person because of the personal development that you get. So I always say this business is a personal development with a compensation plan attached.
Oh, I like that.
I love that.
And Whitney, amazing presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you. Everybody around the block. Sorry, a little late with the technical difference, and wrap it up right now. So, and that's literally it, you guys. Once you hit 6A, that's literally just the beginning of your entire life. Like, on average, you can make anywhere about $50,000 to $100,000 going 6A. Once you go 6A, there's no cap, there's no limit. Like, look at how much you're selling, making off just one machine, and then you've earned that. And who knows? You never know who's going to take the business and explode it. But we're young and we're going to be in this forever. So you better know that we set, okay? We set the life. And then once you guys become 6A, you guys can start and help other people achieve the rank of 6A. This is where you start working in the retirement brackets. The one highlighted in yellow, I wanted to point that one out. 6A2-3. You get a $25,000 bonus. You get $5,000 monthly for life, on top of all your overrides and residuals that you're getting from all of the sales coming into your organization. But again, it's not the money. Once you get to that point, you can actually will this business down to your child, and you can create generational legacy and generational wealth for your children to come. And I know for Vanessa, her son's 14, both Gio and I work really closely with her team, some of her teams here today. Her business is still going. The month that she passed away, she made $10,000, you guys. And that is going into a trust to which she's going to be able to give to her son, so that when he's 18 that he has something. So yes, we're definitely here, business with a purpose. So make money fast, make money slow. This is what I did, you guys. There's a shower, the Ines Spa. It goes $28.90. You have the turmeric, it's $19.95. And what you can do, this is for the people that want to take this all the way to the top and see this potential, is you can start doubling your commission right away. So, for example, you can purchase the turmeric from yourself, satisfy that lowest 1A. You can purchase a shower from yourself, satisfy your second 1A position, and then on your third direct sale, you start doubling your commission. This is what the guy that sold to the Patron and family and the Paul Mitchell family. He was like, oh my gosh, she's gonna bring me so many referrals. So he put in his turmeric and his Ines Spa, satisfied those 2 commission right away. She bought 2 machines. First off, right off the bat, he got $682 times. So that's really the leverage in this business. And there's only one that has the gold seal by the Water Quality Association year after year. There's only one classified as a medical device. There's only one with a 45 proven year history. There's only one capable of producing the results, antioxidant potential and more. Clearly you guys saw. There's only one that's consistent. There's only one that is life-changing, you guys. And you can't afford to cut corners with your health. You want to buy nice, not twice. And we keep it super simple. We share water with loved ones. We share videos and other information. We do local demonstrations like this, social media, Facebook groups, and we help each other. And we have fun. We make it fun. And here's where I like to end it, you guys. Go back to the person that brought you here. Ask them, say, hey, I'm either number 1, I'm ready to go, okay? Or number one, I don't drink water and I don't like making money. Number 2, okay, I'm interested, I have questions, I want to know about the payment plans, the financing, the pre-filters, all that. And number 3 is that you're ready to go, you're ready to join. Where do you sign? And I always like to say, you guys, if you know about this water, you're lucky. If you own this water, you're blessed. And if you decide to share this water with the world, you are chosen. I truly, truly believe that. This meeting has just ended, but your journey is just beginning. Thank you guys so much.
There you have it. If you want to know more, if you're a 2 or 3, send me a message. Look forward to talking to you. Later.